medical workers who blocked ICE agents from arresting an illegal immigrant in California are now facing criminal charges. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and that exclusive reporting from our own Bill Malugin, who we have the pleasure of joining us today. Bill, great to see you.
Hey, Sandra, great to see you as well. Happy Friday to you. I'm Bill Malugin here in Los Angeles. This is America Reports. This is reporting we just got within the last hour or so. The two suspects here now both facing federal obstruction charges, and law enforcement sources confirming to Fox News one of them was arrested earlier this morning. Yeah, Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt, he's got the very latest for us live right now. Jonathan, what are we learning?
Good afternoon, Sandra. Well, this incident happened on July 8th in Ontario, about 30 miles east of Los Angeles. According to the criminal complaint, ICE officers were conducting, quote, roving immigration-related operations when they followed a truck that made a sharp turn into the parking lot of a surgery center. The officers then, quote, decided to conduct a consensual encounter with the three adult males who were inside the truck. Two of them ran. One, who according to the ICE affidavit was, quote, later identified as an illegal alien, ran into the surgery center, and that's where staff at the center got involved. Two of those staff, Jose de Jesus Ortega and Danielle Nadine de Villa, have now been charged for allegedly interfering and trying to block the ICE agents who followed the illegal immigrant into the surgery center. In the video, they could be seen and heard questioning the ICE agents' actions, what they are doing in the center and why they are masked. The complaint says de Villa, quote, wedged herself under Officer 1 and the target alien. And it says, quote, Ortega, who was still standing to Officer 1's left, appeared to grab Officer 1's arm and then his vest.
They're not messing around with people when it comes to these illegal migrants. Let me help you to understand something. They have now continued to ratchet up the deportations and the arrests of people that are not supposed to be here, meaning that you cannot harbor a criminal. You cannot knowingly obstruct a federal officer from completing an investigation. And what they are telling me, according to my research, right, did a little bit of research before we had this conversation, is that you preventing an ICE officer or any federal agent from conducting an investigation and or arresting somebody that's not supposed to be here illegally, that can result in 5 to 20 years, depending on the severity of the incident. So, for example, if you harboring a criminal, and I'm pretty sure that they're not going to get that amount of time, right? But let's just say, for example, that you're harboring a murderer, right? Then that could possibly get you up to 20 years in prison. So when people think that they are now justified in going back and forth and trying to protest, and you know, I've seen a lot of those people at the illegal migrant center, and that's why they was wearing all of those masks, because if they are later identified, then they can also be charged with obstructing. They are doing this because they are setting a precedent and they need to make examples out of people. Now, let me also say this. When they make an example, the earliest examples are usually the ones that get the harshest sentences. So when y'all decide that y'all want to go against the federal officers, when you decide that you want to go and do what you want to do, now they don't care what your profession is. They don't care if you worked in a hospital. They don't care if you're a doctor. They have to make examples out of people because, and I said this in the Millionaire Morning Show, when you started to see officers getting attacked, when you seen an officer now is hospitalized. In New York, they had an off-duty officer that was attacked by an illegal migrant. All hell was going to break loose. And so people that feel like they want to be compelled or they want to go into these protests, but they're not going to protest peacefully, but they decide that they want to go against a federal officer, well, that's going to result in you getting arrested and possibly facing charges. And that's the last thing that you want to do is have that felony on your record.
Both Ortega and de Villa shouted at the officer, telling him to, quote, get out and to, quote, let him go. Both were warned by the officer that they should not touch a federal agent. The illegal immigrant was eventually arrested and removed from the surgery center. Immigration activists said at the time the surgery staff did nothing wrong.
In no way are they intervening? They're simply exercising the right to privacy. They're exercising the right to know who is in their building. They're exercising the right to know who is in this building with the
I wonder if they exercised that exact same right when it came to the illegal migrant that ran into the building.
weapon, right? And I think it's important to note that that what they did is commendable and it is brave.
The prosecutors obviously disagree with that. Ortega was arrested this morning. De Villa has not yet been found. Sandra?
Okay, Jonathan Hunt with the latest details on all that for us. Thank you. All right, Bill, obviously a lot more to learn here, but thank you to you for your exclusive reporting on all of that.
Yeah, and talking to federal sources, they are actively looking for De Villa right now. They went to her house this morning. She wasn't there, so they talked to her family, and she's considered a wanted fugitive right now. So we'll update when we hear more on that front. More to come.
I wonder how tough people are and how brave they're going to be when you start getting these charges and it ain't going to be nobody there inside a court to save you. I wonder how brave people are going to be and how many protesters, because see, I believe that they should have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. I believe that a lot of these protests, even the one that was at Columbia, I heard that Columbia now has to pay like $200 million over to the Trump administration as a part of being sued so that they can get themselves back in good standing and start to receive federal dollars. I wonder how these people that feel so passionate about this issue or these issues are going to play it going forward, knowing that if you touch a federal officer, if you interfere with an investigation, if you're trying to protect people that are here illegally, and obviously they ran for a reason. You know what's so hilarious to me? If any other crime that is committed by an American is executed here in the United States of America, we would not be looking to harbor a fugitive. We would 100% be looking to turn them in. Any crime from anybody that is inside of the United States of America. But when it comes to people that are not here legally, and I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's white guilt, I don't know if y'all just truly don't like police officers, I don't know if people just hate Republicans and they hate Trump, and so that is the reason why they decide that they want to go against the establishment, even if it's for a person that is not supposed to be here legally. They have no issue, no problem at all whatsoever, going and making sure that they disrespect and disrupt and do all of these things. We forget so fast about what happened to Lake and Riley. We've seen how they assaulted police officers. We forget so fast, just less than a year ago, we had illegal migrants taking over whole apartment buildings over in Denver or outside of Denver in Aurora, Colorado. We had so much nonsense that was happening during the Biden administration, but now people are telling you that they are cool with the idea of protesting in favor of people that are not supposed to be here, and we're supposed to go for that. And so, I just don't understand it. I don't understand how people are so in favor of people disrespecting the office of the president while at the same time having no respect for our police officers, for Homeland Security, for ICE officers, and so on and so forth. And not only that, they're doing it in favor of people that are not supposed to be here in the first place. Some of them don't even speak English. They know they're not supposed to be here, and that's why they started to run as soon as they got pulled over and they started being investigated in the first place. But penalties are going to be harsh, and I hope you're not the one that have to be in court, because guess what? Nobody is going to come to your rescue. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life.